Hey, it's Shop Talk, baby. This is the show where it's okay to be you. We're talking from Yale to jail and from the church house to the pimp house. Nothing's excluded on Shop Talk. So if you don't have a phone, I suggest you borrow one. Call in and voice your opinion live every Saturday morning from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Yeah, that's right, 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Don't forget to Shop Talk with your girl, because right here, we keeps it real.
Kill them with it now. Na 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 na. Kill them with the head tie. Kill them with the no. Just make a boy know you're not blow. Head tie. Kill them with the no. No boy ain't got no secret for your wow. Head tie. Kill them with the no. Just make a boy know you're not blow. Head tie. Kill them with the no. Tell them say Vegas say so. Me want you skin your feet and make me see. If you're sure from your phone say you never tweet. You wanna freak, one man you keep. And they never get complaints say you deep. You make your bow, you no answer to yo. One man a sample your chow. Meet up your bro, make a guy know. Say in the moving flow, and sing again head side. Kill them with the no. Just make a boy know you're not blow. Head side. No, make a boy know you wanna pop fish up about head side. Kill them with the no. Just make a boy know you're not blow. Head side. Kill them with the no. Tell them Vegas say so. Me want hear you scream. If your mouth clean, no man never rub your hint in no ice cream. You no smell green like Charlene. You will appreciate have a healthy hygiene. Come as you mean while you keep blooming like a pretty little lily in the morning. You're not crawling, pressure them darling. When you're rising, them keep falling. So sing again, head side. Kill them with the no. Just make a boy know you're not blow. Head side. Kill them with the no. No boy can't take a your fit for fish of a head side. Kill them with the no. Just make a boy know you're not blow. Head side. Kill them with the no. Them not no secret for you. And sing again, head side. Kill them with the no. Just make a boy know you're not blow. Head side. Kill them with the no. No boy can't take a your fit for fish of a head side. Kill them with the no. Just make a boy know you're not blow. Head side. Kill them with the no. Tell them Vegas say so. Me want you scream, rock out, wind up your body. And in the air car you wanna ray. One chip alone can't that from the bed. But the boy might you know DJ. And sing again head side. Kill them with the no. Just make a pop know you're not blow. Head side. Kill them with the no. No boy can't take a your paper fish of a head side. Kill them with the no. Just make a pop know you're not blow. Head side. Kill them with the no. Tell them Vegas say so. Me want you skin your teeth and make me see it. If you're sure from your bond say you never do it. You wanna freak and one man you keep. And you never get complaints say you deep. You make your bow, you no answer to yo. And a one man a song to your chow. Lift up your eyebrow.
Hey, okay, heads high. What y'all know about that? Take it on back.
I definitely remember that.
All right. Good morning. Welcome to Shop Talk with Mel. We got in the building. Let's give it up. Watch this, y'all. Yep. This is taking you all the way back. Let's give it up for our co-host, Amber D. I had some engineering classes. Let's give it up for our co-host, Nyk the Voice. All right, okay. Let me show my skills. I don't just talk these days. I got it going on again. Hey. All right, we got a great show planned for you today. And today's topic is all for nothing or clickbait. We got to cover a whole lot of hot topics, lovely people. But before we do that, let's start with the Shop Talk question of the week. Is it expected to answer your phone when your boss calls and you're off work?
No.
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 Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Well, interesting enough, there are some people who said yes. So I posed this question. It's the question of the week. I get to you guys at the end of the week. But it was people who felt a little different. They was like, well, it depends on your position, if your salary. I was like, salary? No, when I'm not on call, my phone is off. If you pay me on call hours, I will answer. Go ahead. What you got, Amber D? Let's dig in.
I wouldn't say if you're salaried or not salaried. I would say if it's a stipulation in your original job description or a modified job description. If that's not explicitly stated, like you're a live-in nanny or a groundskeeper or I forgot a governess. No. If it says literally your job is to be available 24/7, then absolutely not. And even then, if you are taking vacation, you're not available. That's what vacation is. It's like you're not working. So even then, still there's
not doing it.
No.
I think it's really interesting that people will really think that you'll be on call 24/7 and it's not your business. If it was my business, then okay. Right. But I cannot give you my entire life.
Right.
Nope.
Who is that? Is that a dog or something acting up like that? What is that?
Yeah, there's definitely some background noise.
Oh, okay. I got you. All right, we got it. All right, but we're going to make it work. We welcome you. We welcome you back, Nyk the Voice, and we're going to make it work. Okay. That's cool. It's all good.
All right.
Yeah, there we go. We got it. You good. Yeah, that's how we'll do that. Okay. So when you're ready, just boom, unmute, and we got you.
Okay.
I
missed everybody. I missed y'all.
All right, but let's go with the show. Let's keep it moving because nobody knows. Look, nobody knows until you tell it. So, we're going to get this show started, lovely people. And I just wanted to know you guys' input on being, answering your phone once you clock out. Nyk says no. You say no. I say no.
Procedures, then no.
All right, what you got, Amber?
I feel like it's like an inverse relationship. I've had bosses or superiors where they would never bother me. And so when they did, I know something's up. You know what I'm saying? Something critical happened. Whereas there's other people I've worked under, they seem here blowing my phone over dumb shit. Like this can be taken care of on Monday. Like why are you, this could have been an email. Okay? Those people, so I feel like it does depend on the relationship because I have had supervisors in the past who would never even think to do that. And if they did, I mean, it's like, my kid just died or something, like something crazy happened. And then on the flip side, I've had supervisors that have no freaking respect for my personal life. And I'm like, don't even look at me when I'm not on the clock.
Okay, here we are. Go ahead. You want to read it?
So Courtney Johnson of Facebook said, I told my supervisor not to even call my phone respectfully.
All right.
You have every right to do that because, again, if it's not stated in policy and procedure, they cannot make you answer your phone, come in, none of that.
Well, yeah. Okay, here's another one. You want to go ahead, Amber?
Okay, so Ronald Chad of Facebook said, I am on the clock 24/7.
Okay, so clearly that was the stipulation of the job. But you got to pay me. And I'm sorry, he must be getting paid because ain't no way.
No way.
That I'll be like 24/7 unless you chilling all day and then maybe an emergency happens in the evening. Like you were saying, like maintenance or something like that.
Yeah.
Or
it's definitely 24-hour. There are lots of positions actually that are 24 hours, but that is explicitly stated like snowplow.
Oh, well, the weather. Well, yeah.
Yeah, snow plows, and then like I said, governesses, and then like ER doctors. But even then, they're on call for like 2 days or whatever, and then they're off. So it's like it should be, if it's not explicitly stated in your job description and it's a part of that position, then no. No.
I can't see it. Like, I'm like, I can't see it. But that's just me. I'm like, no, don't call my personal phone. If I had a work phone and on a call, that's different. You call that phone. Do not call my personal phone unless, as you stated, Amber D, it was like you had a relationship. But I think boundaries need to be set. And if we are friends, you have my personal number. But don't call my personal number after I've left. Well, I can't say that for me in nursing because it may be a question concerning the patient. But don't. Oh, listen. Watch this. Go ahead.
So Ronald Shad of Facebook said all duties as assigned.
See, when I read that in a job description, it's under the bottom. And me being in management, that used to be at the bottom. Other duties as delegated. Listen, don't go for it.
It's a red flag.
It's a red flag. Listen, wait a minute though. And I put it on there. At the bottom. So don't trust your girl. No, listen. When you see that, just know that they own you, because that's pretty much what it is. So you could be out with your family and they call, you have to answer the phone. I just cannot. Me personally, no. I'm looking, and he's absolutely right. Ronald Shad, for the listening audience, said all duties as assigned. Yes. For how much? Not minimum wage, sir. Not minimum wage, ma'am. It's just interesting. But we have to get into this. Let's get it started.
Everything that happens is motivation. Everything that happens is motivation.
All right. It's the truth. It's motivation. So let's just go on and just jump on in. Let's just get with this Carlee Russell versus, as Ronald Shad says, or Rugal says, Juicy Smollett. All for nothing or clickbait? Let's dig.
I think that, okay, so the what I took from Carlee Russell's situation, if this is what happens is when you...
Wait, I'm sorry. For the listening audience, if you don't know what's going on, Carlee Russell was a young lady who alleged saw a child walking on the freeway, highway, expressway, whichever one you choose, whatever city you in. And she stopped to check on the child and was allegedly abducted by a white male with orange hair and bald in the back. Sound like a description of a clown to me. The views are male. It's just that the views are male. But that's what she did. And then she she said some lady fed her Cheez-Its and polished her nails, and then she escaped and was in the back of an 18-wheeler and all that good stuff. Now, could this happen? Absolutely. Absolutely it could happen. I don't know if it's true or false. And I'm just going to go off of that because, yes, it can happen. You see a toddler walking on the expressway, you call 911. Yes, I'm going to check on a toddler. No, they said, well, nobody else said the child was missing. Well, if you're the abductor, and for little kids, they lure you with candy, why would somebody not, report a child if that was the plan? Here's a child, somebody will come, boom, pull over, and she's gone. The ladies in Cleveland, remember when those young girls got took? And they were like, they fed her Cheez-Its. and polish her nails. Well, usually that person want to befriend you so you can have trust. And if you read into human trafficking, that's it. And then you actually volunteer. You're like, okay, this is not so bad. So that's my take on it. Her parents, talking to her parents, I guess a family member said they were talking to her on the phone. I would hope that they didn't lie for her. That would be horrific. And another thing, they were like, well, she went to the store and she bought snacks. Baby, I go to the store and I buy snacks. And I'm thinking the abductor, if they went to her car, they, some snacks in there. Oh, good. This is what she likes. So we'll give her what she likes so she could go ahead and, be comfortable. This is her snack, granola bars and some Cheez-Its. So they were like, oh, she went there and she got this and she got that. Now, with that being said, so trust anybody. I'm just going to say that. Trust the women that say that they were abducted. Don't just say, here, you're a liar, because it could very well be true. So just have an open mind. I just had to give you that side. Now let's talk about how you going to go Taken. You going to go Google, they checking your phone. Taken, the movie Taken. And I guess in 2021, she had posted on Twitter. Did you guys see that? Where it said, I'll be Taken 2 or something. I'll be the next Taken 2 or something like that. Mm-hmm. They showed that.
That one I didn't hear about. I noticed she had looked up Taken, and it was something else that she, I have to go back and look, that they said that they saw as well. But my thing is, what happened to the witness that they first came up and said that they saw a man standing at her car while the car was empty? Nobody's mentioned anything else about that.
Right. Well, she checked into a one-way bus ticket from Alabama to Nashville. That was one thing she looked up. Do you have to pay for an Amber Alert?
That was what it was.
So it's like those type things. You look through my phone, baby, they might have me. I'll be like Eddie Murphy in 48 hours. Was that 48 hours? Roxanne, you don't have to turn on the radio. They're like, what's she doing? I'm getting research, but I'm not totally done with that. They was like, oh, she got mental problems. I'm not totally convinced that it did not happen. That's just me. But that's why we have a show. So let's communicate. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. Here we go. Yeah. Now, this was interesting. How to break into a cash register, too. Now, that was another thing. I didn't understand how that went with the abduction. Maybe cash on hand.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because how much is a cash register going to have? What you got, like $100 change?
Just a couple hundred, not much. That's when people who like stick up gas stations, so especially if they come at the wrong time of day. And if you've ever worked as a cashier, there's not that much money in the till. And on top of that, because they'll be like, oh, I can't break a 50. Like, come on.
They're going to be checking Amber D's phone, too. They're going to be like, oh, right. She already know.
But you remember back in the day?
Not much money in a cash register.
Right, but you remember back in the day when we had actual pay phones that your parents always told you, never leave home without at least enough change in your back pocket to call home just in case something happened.
Now, that's true. Now, Courtney Johnson on Facebook says she stole 107 or something like that from her job. See, I was going to say she was slightly delayed, but she was in nursing school, so she passed the entrance exam.
Exactly. And I feel like people are saying, people are trying to extend her grace, and I appreciate that. And people are saying, well, maybe she has there's like a mental health issue or there's a mental health crisis. It's not to me, it doesn't look like a mental health crisis. This is looking like a personality disorder. And then I've also read, allegedly, that people who grew up with her and went to high school with her, allegedly, she had made some false pregnancy accusations to keep her boyfriends in high school, allegedly. and she has a well-known history of being dishonest.
Okay. All right. Now let's go to the other side. We got to understand this. Now let's go to the other side. I'm so sick of y'all, the community, always coming up with some type of diagnosis. A liar is a liar is a liar. The girl is a liar, and this is just my views. Just say this child is just a liar, and she needs to be. If she's a liar, she does need to be prosecuted. I'm sick of all these new diagnoses they coming out here with for every single thing because somebody nuts.
Oh, right, okay. But I want to say, because it's usually people lie for different reasons. And it seems like
of course, to protect
a romantic thing. Because
attention.
Y'all read about how allegedly she did all this because her boyfriend, who's her junior, was allegedly cheating on her. So she wants to get. So again, what I originally was gonna say before you gave the audience an overview of the situation was, this is an example of how women will sometimes behave when they become digmatized.
Ain't no way.
Baby, he Mr. Good Dizzle. I'm your Mr.
No way.
Oh.
I mean, all of this. Okay, so and not only that,
I know his parents is like, whoo, you dodged a bullet. Keep cheating.
Right, and then on top of that, the findings of the police report that the police have shared with the public so far, it's looking questionable. And then, for her to be willing to do that to her parents, have her parents worried because you're trying to get back at over some D? Girl.
Does it have you like that? Nick, I'm going to mute you until you talk because for that background interference. My thing is it worth it? It
ain't worth, because she's going to be sitting up in jail. If this turns out to be fabricated based on the police investigation, her butt needs to be in jail, and we need to take other missing black women's cases just as seriously. Missing black women should be getting national attention. But if she lied, oh, no, she needs to do some hard time because that was ridiculous, and pay restitution to the public, the taxpayers, because because I saw that one of the people that was searching for her in the forest, went and spoke to reporters like, you out here wasting people's time because your feelings got hurt?
Listen. Well, what is it? Chief Dursis from the Hoover Police Chief, the one with the lavender jacket on his big break. I was like, okay, lavender jacket. Go ahead, Chief. He spoke and he was saying that they don't want to reveal her state of mind because they want to protect her and the family. She got fired from her job. They all calling her lies. Not the whole world is social media. The whole world is hating this young lady right now. So if she did not have an issue, I'm sure she will. Or love by 72 hours.
But if I did read about that, how she was recently terminated from her position. Okay, doing something unscrupulous, doing something wrong. There's consequence, to your actions. So, again, that's why I'm not really believing the mental disorder. It sounds like some type of personality disorder. World revolves around me. I'm always a victim. But it should be okay for me to lie on people. What?
Okay, Art Baldwin says mental trauma is real. Yes, mental trauma is real. We all have it. Every last one of us have mental trauma. It's about coping. How do you cope? Give me the tools necessary to cope. This young lady, we're going to focus on her, and we're not going to go into the depths of mental illness because that is a whole nother 9 million shows. Okay. Go ahead, Nick. You had something to say? But this broad, I'm just going to be me. This broad out here playing with my emotions.
Right.
I got mental trauma right now because if a black young lady goes out there and get kidnapped or taken for human trafficking, I'm going to be distraught because I'm in a place of, do I believe her or do I not? Does the masses rule? Go ahead. No, wait, I want to Nick. Go ahead.
She was playing on somebody's emotion.
Everybody's, and not just her boyfriends.
She didn't think it all the way through. Because if you want to think it all the way through, the last place you should have showed up is at home. You should have showed up in the next town over or the next state over.
They gonna be checking Nick's phone. He gonna come out there with his lavender blazer, like,
But
that's crazy.
My point is that we should still believe Black women and when they're being abducted or claiming they're being abducted. And Nick is absolutely right, but I feel like a part of that personality disorder component is not having the ability to think through. These people, when you're a compulsive liar or a pathological liar, you be lying for no reason. You be lying, making up lies that don't even make sense, that anybody with half a brain can, deduce is not the truth. Because, it seemed like her story fell apart real quick. And then allegedly, if she has a history of dishonesty...
Her parents know. And if I was her parent and I knew that she had a history of dishonesty, I'd be like, the news people, I'd be like, take y'all stuff home. Let me figure out if this broad line or not. This child, I would be telling, this child of mine, she got a line problem. Go, just pack up. And they're going to be saying on the news, mother of alleged victim says she's a liar. So she's going to check into it to see if she's really telling the truth before we report this live.
But you know what? In real cases of human trafficking and abduction and stuff, and this is why these predators target these young ladies. They're coming out of unstable homes. They're coming from stressed relationships with their parents. They're not preying on girls that are coming from two-parent stable households.
Well, I find Nick, hers was two parents, wasn't it?
Exactly. So these predators go after these young ladies that are vulnerable, that don't have a support system, that, their parents are on drugs, or parents are out of the picture, whatever, their parents wouldn't believe nothing they got to say no way. So, it kind of falls in line with that, a real abduction case.
She had a whole story, but, and it was definitely believable because I believe it. I'm like, oh my gosh, because, as a female, it's a child.
Well, and I think, and somebody else pointed out, and that's what one of the police persons had said, was that it was a little odd that no one else stopped. The highway camera didn't see a child. It wasn't picked up on the camera. And someone else in the comments had said, yeah, we live in a country where people will call 911 over a dog they see on the highway. And she was the only person that saw a toddler on the highway, only person that pulled over, only person that called 911. Yeah,
they were saying she smoked some bad weed. They was like, she must have smoked some bad weed, hallucinates, all that stuff. But what I did want to say, and I held this for a reason. She had her cell phone with her. She was on the phone with 911. They said that as she was making the report of the child, she was still driving, and she traveled. The distance that she traveled was the distance of 6 stadium football fields.
That's odd, because I literally just had this experience. I was coming from Walmart, and I was going down the road, and this man was bent over on the side of the road, like he was about to fall out. It was a little frail. He looked frail too, little old man. And I slammed on my brakes, and I threw it in reverse and reversed back, maybe about 50 feet. And I said, "Excuse me, sir, are you okay?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm okay. I exercise." I said, "Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure you was okay." He was like, "Oh, thank you. God bless you. Have a good day." And I went on about my business. But so going, 2 miles past the person, that don't make that much sense.
It don't, but that's so dangerous. Go ahead, what you say, Nick?
Back in February, I had dropped someone off, and I was going back to pick up my next client, and the road that I was on, it like turns into a fork, but then it leads out to the main road. I get to the stop sign, and I look to the right, I see a little boy that was about 3 or 4 running up the street in the daytime, but still, no other adult around. So I pull out real slow and I pull to the next stop sign so I can pull out on the road. But I sat there and looked, and then another car pulled up behind me, and the one across from me, we all stopped. And that little boy was just trucking up the middle of the road, just trucking. So finally, when he got up to the car, the one person was trying to call him, the little boy. So he got up to my car, and I was right there at the stop sign, and he was getting ready to go out on that main road. Is like heavy traffic, and people, they drive crazy down here. So I rolled my window down. I was like, baby. And he stopped. I said, where's your mommy? And he couldn't really verbalize too much. I said, baby, please, go home. Go back down the street. Get out the road. I said, get out the road. And get out the road. So what he did was he turned around and he would start running back down the street. By then, somebody had come around the corner. And they went down the street. And I sat there and watched him. And I was trying to hurry up and dial 911. I think the person behind me trying to dial 911.
So you had other people that were trying to make sure that the child was safe. But it can happen where it's just you and that person. Like I said, somebody, maybe she was saying things. I don't know. But all I know is she needs to be held accountable. Not her parents, because she's an adult. Because y'all know they quick to get on the parents when they realize they don't have nothing. It's like, oh, we're going to, have the parents pay for it. She should have had some psychiatric help. Y'all knew she was a liar back then. Listen, my children already know. Don't bring your people to my house because I'm going to tell the truth. And when I say your people, like somebody you dating, I got one aunt, I'm not lying to you. She said this to this one girl who was liking my cousin. I got 23 first cousins, so y'all can figure out which one it is. And she said to her, whatever you do, don't reproduce. Listen, no, I respect that. I respect that because she know what she said. I know my child. I love her honesty. Some people might look and be like, what? Listen, I'm that way. It'd be like, well, y'all might be hungry. You dating them? Like, I'm going to tell you, like, God bless her. I'll be like, oh, you, okay. She's somebody and her mouth could be reckless, but I'm going to warn you. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm definitely going to tell you the truth. I am that cousin that family members bring their person they dating over to the house. They do. I'm you yours, Amber D. Okay. They bring them to the house. They be like, what you think? I'll be like, boom. Blah, 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 blah. Yay or nay. And that's first impression. But if somebody asks me, hey, I was checking out your cousin, I'll be like, for real? Oh. You must have patience. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when she said that, I'll be like, okay. I ain't gonna say nothing bad, but I'm just gonna be like, oh, you sure?
Right.
They'd be like, girl, I think y'all did whoop-de-woo. I think I'm gonna date him. I'll be like, you sure? Okay. But right now, you gotta have patience with people. But my aunt, mad respect for her, because she told her that. And she didn't listen. And guess what? She's still stressing.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she's still stressing. And guess what? She warned her. You chose this. Like, that's what I'm saying. If I was Carly Russell's mother or father, if y'all know your daughter is a liar, I'd be like, girl, what happened? And she got $107 or however much rolled up in her sock. She came home with that. She had socks on. She came home with the money in her socks. So look, she knew where to put it. I was like, girl, we about to put that up top in the top pockets. You gotta put that in the top pockets. You got like
to my mama house before I went home. Come on, man. Like,
hey, you thought it through. See, rational thinking. You was like a few states over. Amber D, like, I don't know. So you got to take these into consideration. But I would, if y'all know she a liar, you need to be telling the people. I will be Mr. Chief, Mr. Hoover Police Department. Please call off that search. I mean, that's my baby, but let me look first. she might be over cousin Rachel's house. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
her boyfriend broke up.
With a statement. And then the mother, she came, first of all, the family went to social media asking people for prayers and to look for her. And then, and things started getting questionable. And now they like, mind your business. Like, no, boo-boo, that's not how it works. Because the whole country wouldn't have known she was missing if y'all had kept your mouth shut.
Okay, wait a minute, though. This is funny, because why did I get a visual on this one?
Okay, so Courtney Johnson of Facebook said, I probably would have been looking just as crazy on the news as her mom, trying to protect my crazy baby.
Be sitting there like this, looking side to side like, this child got me on this news. Right. I wanted to be known. Now we on here. Wait, we got to find another church. The church, they going to put us out of the church. Now we got to find another church. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
Crazy. And you do be trying to protect yours, but hey, somebody got to keep it real. I would think like the father. I wonder if that's the father or if that's the boyfriend. What if that's the boyfriend? He was looking like the boyfriend of the mother. She just lost her man behind her daughter. Because I'd be like, I'm out this relationship.
I mean, he was co-signing, but he stayed silent. And mom seemed to be the mouthpiece for the most part.
Wait, she said, I'll be telling my man, just don't say nothing, just rub my back.
Play your position.
Like, oh my gosh. Be like, look, pillow talk be off the chain. Be like, this ninja here. Like,
right.
Got us public notoriety.
And then allegedly after the police went public with their investigation, what they done to uncover so far, he broke up with her. At least digital social media breakup.
Listen, if that was my child and that was who he was dating, I'm breaking up with her. Okay? I'm taking the phone. This is over. I'm breaking up.
Done.
I'm like, no, we're not doing that. Because, I ain't trying to be funny. You want to protect your child. But when you see crazy, you be like, nope, this is only going to get worse.
Exactly.
So what you going to do, unmother your child?
Nope, I'm going to change his number because I know the passcode.
Just break up with her. Huh?
Break up. I'm going to act like it's him breaking up with her. I did that before. Because chicks be playing games. I did that before. Now he know. He probably like, what? He fell asleep. That girl playing on phone. He was his first love. Baby, listen. It was his first love. Bless his heart. And she kept playing games. I think we need to break up. Oh, I'm a gamer. Listen. I looked. I was like, yeah, and this was, catch my drift, land met sea. If you know what I mean. So she was that chick. You'll catch it later.
Okay.
So that was his first love. Okay. I'm sitting there and I was like, she calling. And I seen what he was going through. I was watching his emotions. You know, he was in high school. And so I just he was asleep. I grabbed the phone. I said, now that phone is just ringing too much. Zzz, zzz. I looked, she was like, I think we need to break up. Guess what I hit her with?
Okay.
Yep. And then what did I hit it with? Power off. Done. Drive yourself crazy because you ain't driving mine crazy. I got his back.
Right.
And some of these girls, they be on something extra. I'm going to tell you, what they say is two things undefeated. Coochie and the internet. I've learned. So ladies, we got the power, okay?
Oh, absolutely. And I feel like as a mother to a son, it wouldn't even just be me breaking up with her. It'd be my whole family. My son's uncles, his cousins, anybody that give a flying F about my son, like, it's over. Your relationship is over.
Listen, can you imagine somebody bringing her talking about they dating her to the family reunion?
To reduce the quality of our gene pool, reduce our lineage. No.
Go ahead, Nick. What you got?
The crazy family that I got, we talk about you right in front of her. Let one of my cousins bring that crazy thing, bring somebody crazy, bring her to the family reunion. everybody would stop, be like, "What you doing?" You know, she right there in front of her because my cousins has no filter. None of them. My family don't have no filter. So yeah, that wouldn't work.
Listen, can you imagine? All right, I'm gonna set this up for y'all. Y'all know me. I'm gonna set this up for you. You're at the park, y'all having a cookout, spade game going, dominoes going, the grill going, and somebody walks up with Carly Russell, one of your family members. Conversations going, everything stopped. I just see a scene. I see the scene from the Color Purple. Time to go. Now mine gonna be like, now I know he ain't Brian. We gonna put him in that box too. Okay. We gonna put them in a special section over here. Put them under the pavilion.
I feel like in your scenario you set up, like I would definitely stay because it's about to turn into like, you know, the Apollo. It's about to be the hardest roast session, like, you know, you've ever seen. Like, cause my man will go in. It will be just jokes. Like everybody ripping off.
You was about to say it's about to be funny.
It's about to be so funny. Like somebody's gonna be leaving in tears. Someone's gonna be crying. So,
you want to read the comment?
So Derek Clark of Facebook said she couldn't have come to any of the family functions. Exactly. She'd have to be a secret.
And see, I'm the family member.
Exactly, Derek. There's no
I'm the family member that all of my male cousins tell everybody that you don't want to mess with me. She say out her mouth, and it just be the looks that I give them like. So I'm the family member that whenever they get with anybody, they can work all their females about certain cousins, and my name can't come up in that list of cousins every time. You don't want to mess with that.
Nick, you the Bonita betrayal. You the Bonita. Listen, go ahead. Nick gonna be like, Not bet nobody better not say nothing about it. Let me tell you.
Exactly.
Because listen here, that would be so crazy. She done. She done. Family reunions? I don't know. But they might get a good turnout, though, if she go to the family reunion.
Right. But allegedly, people from her hometown already knew what it was. Like, people that know her already knew what it was.
Well, especially if they came out and said that she, fabricates stories.
Exactly.
Don't be putting me in your mess. Nope, I'm not even answering the door. How about that? The news, they be like, I'm here for the news. We just want to listen here. I don't even know if that's her name. She might have got cloned in them woods. I don't know what happened. Because you do be trying to protect just a mess. How about what happened in Florida? A Florida man went to the theater with his wife. Okay. I'm going to say wife, girl. They didn't say. 63 years old. They bought VIP tickets. So, you know, in some of the movie theaters, you choose your seat. Mm-hmm. Went there, young kid, and his girl was there. They were sitting in his seat. He asked him if he could move. The young man beat him up. Beat him up. It's all on camera. This in Florida.
Yeah, Florida. Sounds like Florida.
I know it's off the hook, though. I'm like, you got such a strict governor, but y'all got some craziness going on. Why you... Now you know you wrong, sir. Like, how you gonna just beat this man up because you took his seat?
Entitlement. When you have a culture in a community where it's okay for you to run amok and act like you ain't got no sense and there's no accountability, there's no repercussions, that's the type of mentality it breeds.
It's tragic.
He didn't run up on the right one. That's why.
But you shouldn't even have to be riding up on nobody.
Right. At all, period. But apparently he hasn't run up. This is not the first time that he's done it. And he hasn't run up on the right one. Because once you run up on that right one and they give it to him real good, because these young people nowadays, these young ones, they're disrespectful, very disrespectful. We have this conversation all the time. Very disrespectful. And just because they think you older than you not up to. He hasn't run up on the right one, because once he do that and they spank that behind real good, he'll stop that. But like you said, that is a culture where they're allowed to run them up. They disrespect. Them is the ones that disrespect their parents.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you right now. I don't care about running up. Like when I was younger, I was a doozy. I ain't even gonna lie. I used to throw them. Okay, and y'all know them times you used to throw them hands. Once you hit a certain age, you can be like, oh, you could go to jail. I'm done.
Right.
And I'm at this now. Let me say this: nonviolence, nonviolence, nonviolence. I'm gonna say that. I don't like you enough to pay to get out of jail. I don't like you enough to run up a bill. I'm not going to run a bill up for you. And that's where people have to look at the bigger picture. Would you go to jail for this person? Because that's exactly the question. Would you go to jail for this person? I'm not arguing with you. I'm not doing none of that. Call me, Karenita. Because I'm calling.
Right.
I'm calling the police. You could go to jail. If you come to anything of mine, you will go to jail. As soon as I see it escalating, that energy is done. You know, when you become an adult, them childish ways are over. I'm not doing that. I don't want your mess. You got drama with you. Don't even come around me because I don't even want to inherit it. The end. I don't need negative attention. And it's like, when are you going to grow up? But these young people, that man, he didn't have... Now, let me tell you something. See, you always got to carry mace. You know, even though, it's open carry and everybody could get a gun, you don't even need a license. You can just carry a gun wherever. Not good to do at the movie theater in cases as such, because that man would have he could have killed him. Self-defense, killed that young man for him assaulting him.
I mean, because that's what I was thinking. Nick was talking about he's gonna get his butt. Well, I'm like, he's gonna catch some hot lead. People don't fight no more. You should already know that. People don't throw hands no more. You're gonna see who got the quickest trigger finger.
That's it.
And you want to sit here and try people. Like, you don't know if he got a gun on him. Like, why people who move in that energy in this day and age, in this environment, they got a death wish.
They definitely do, but it's like, what? Why? Why are you doing it? Now, I will tell you this. This comment right here is good. Some people act like they have nothing to lose. Derek Clark of Facebook. Yes. And you know what I'm going to say to that? That's why you will not see me around certain people. I'm only around people who have something to lose. Yes. Real talk. Because I know we're going to be civilized. If you ain't got nothing to lose, don't even come my way because you don't care nothing about me. You ain't got nothing. We both sitting there like, how we going to get out? No. I need to be around like-minded people and that don't want the drama because I can't take it. I can't. I'm like, that's my future. And my future is not in your hands because we going to be locked up eating. Matter of fact, they don't even serve that. I worked at prison. I'm about to say peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. No, now it's you're going to be eating beans and rice forever because they switched that up now.
It's a complete protein. It'll work.
It is we going on strike because the Hispanics said that they don't eat the American food in America. So now the American people got to eat beans and rice. It's on the menu every day. But I ain't talking about that. I ain't going to talk about that right there. Let's move on to Jamie Foxx. Now they said Jamie Foxx was outside last week. We saw Jamie Foxx. I didn't know who Jamie Foxx was. I didn't know who the picture was. He actually made a statement yesterday. I posted it on the Shop Talk with Mel page where he said people said, and wait a minute, I'm looking at it. He was talking about everything that people said. And he's like, some people said that I was cloned. I'm sitting there like this. That would be me. I was one of the people. I was like, that is not Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx is tied up with this new Keith Sweat they got out here. Because that ain't Keith Sweat. He don't even look the same. And then they showed a picture. I was like, they got Keith Sweat tied up somewhere because that's not Keith Sweat. Because that don't look like Keith Sweat. Keith Sweat looked like a monkey. That's why I told y'all on that one show, men need to listen here. Did you see they did a picture with Jason Momoa? With I can't hear y'all. Jason Momoa without his beard.
Oh, he probably looks way less attractive.
Oh, he looks terrible.
Makeup for men.
That's why I said it's important for men to have that discussion as well, as far as like changing their facial hair.
Their hair,
I'm gonna need you to tell me, because some people don't look good. Like, you sit there and you like hair, and then your dude come with a bald head and he got a funny head shape. Like, sir, we should have had this discussion, because now I'm not attracted to you. Call me shallow. Yeah, right? Point your head all crazy. Or you want to shave your facial hair. That's what attracted me to you. Who are you, sir? I would be like, you must be tied up with Keith Sweat and Jamie Foxx. Where is my man? He tied up with them. You cloned, because that ain't, But Jamie Foxx, let me say that Jamie Foxx had a recovery party. Oh, yeah, baby. Jamie Foxx had a recovery party. I said, oh, that had to be interesting. Then I was seeing the people that was there. And I ain't talking about these older people or these seasoned people. But I said they probably was Bengayed out. Because I looked at the guests that was at the party.
Well, I mean, I can understand having a celebration or having people over when somebody gets out the hospital. That's what I'm thinking. That's
not a good idea if you just get out the hospital.
But you know how we do. So I just want to sideways so happy.
No, you're right. You know, you're right. Because we be having divorce parties.
Yeah. So
get out of jail parties.
Right.
What other parties we have that's like not traditional?
Yeah, I feel like out of the hospital is like, when they're up to having company, they'll have like a celebration. So it makes sense. He
had a recovery party. We looking for you and can't find you. And I understand that he didn't want to tell anybody his business. I get that. We were concerned. That was kind of like without him saying, so I can appreciate that. I can't stand when people be like, just pray. Don't give me no demand. Just pray. Don't ask no questions.
Yeah, no.
You ain't about to be giving me barking no demands at me. Well, good luck with that. And I mean, I don't want to be holding my prayer and be all petty like that. But like, yeah, I'm holding my prayer. You ain't going to tell me what to do. But,
but what? Just pray, don't ask no questions. It's like, what are we praying for? Because you might be getting ready to rob a bank. And you
Thank you.
Get away with it. I don't want to be praying.
Thank you.
Like that. Tell me what I'm praying for.
I need to know we're not in agreement for you doing whatever you doing. Some harm to somebody else. Go ahead. What you got?
And I feel like on top of that, like, if someone wants to pray for a stranger, like, that's their business. But sometimes I really feel like people be praying because they're trying to go against God's will. Whatever, it could be possible that whatever you're going through is God's will, like Lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what you got going on between you and God. God might say, you know what? I'm going to put your butt, I'm going to knock your butt down. I'm going to put your butt in the hospital. You about to get hit by a car because this is what I ordained that needs to happen right now because you did X, Y, Z. I don't know what your situation is, sir.
Or to make you stronger, to get to the next part. This is your path. This is your walk. Right. I get that.
I don't know what's going on.
I get that. But that's how I felt with, like, you don't owe me an explanation, but he didn't actually say that. But they was keeping it all quiet and hush-hush. And that's fine. I said, so why are we talking about it then? If he don't want nobody to know about him, why are we searching?
Yeah.
I'm happy that he's okay, though. I don't wish ill will on anybody, and I'm glad that he's okay. He looks different, though.
Because I remember when I saw him, I guess he made a whole video addressing it. And I didn't even watch the video. I saw a still of the video. I said, oh, he do look different. It kept scrolling.
And kept scrolling like...
Ooh.
And then he said, yeah, they said I was cloned. I ain't lying. I was sitting there, I was like, and then he gonna act like he gonna pull his face off. Well, if you cloned, your face is not coming off. Like, but he looks different. But whatever. Look, I'm like.
The same way with Al B. Shore and Christopher Williams. They got sick and they don't look like they used to now that they're out of the hospital. They don't. So whatever is going on with it, like your health wise, it does toll on your body. It really does.
Well, maybe good food. Eating healthier. His skin looks amazing though. His skin looks amazing. Some people lose weight. I don't know. I ain't that overly consumed, but it's interesting that all this is happening to the entertainment industry. The people in the entertainment industry. It's like, Because there's so many different things going on. What's up? They thought that case was closed. You see that?
What?
They thought that Tupac case was closed.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I heard it last night.
I don't know if it was, I don't think it was closed, but I knew it had went cold.
That's what
And see, and I be watching that stuff, so I know that when a case goes cold, that it kind of gets pushed off to the wayside, but that doesn't mean it's closed, just means ain't nobody really putting too much effort into it no more.
He did a lot. He died pretty young. He did a lot real fast, didn't he?
Yeah.
He definitely did a lot real fast.
Listen, I don't care what anybody say when it comes to his death and Biggie's. It's somebody that was in their own camp.
Well, that's usually it. That's usually it. And listen, or they know who did it, or they're the cause of it.
Yep.
That's the problem. It's like, what's going? I'm telling you, man. Y'all better just be chill. Y'all just ride dolo and be like, nah, I'm cool, because it be that extra person. You don't know what they're thinking. They might be.
A lot of people.
They might be lying.
A lot of people did not like Suge Knight, especially how he treated people and he just didn't care. And so Tupac might have just been in the way. We don't know. They could have been targeting Suge Knight. You know what I mean? The way Suge ran his business, ain't no telling. There's no telling. So, yeah, we don't know. But I'm trying to see what they're coming out with now. Who really did it and what I want to know.
We know Nyk the Voice will solve a case. Now, we know, just like that Jussie Smollett, you did that one. You got that one quick. It was like he lied. He's still talking about something he ain't lying. So maybe him and Carly Russell could get together and just, I don't know.
But with Jussie, I still don't understand. It's like, and I had a discussion with a friend last night about this. We was talking about this, and it's like, you were at the top of your game. You had just come out with an album, was getting ready to do things. You were on a very successful show. I mean, because of your actions, you made your coworkers lose their job, because you notice after that they stopped Empire, and then even the other show after that, they just stopped. That's it. That's all. So you made a bunch of co-workers, a bunch of actors from 2 different shows lose their job because you decided you wanted to be stupid. For what? You were on top of your game. How much more attention did you need?
Woo! It's a drug.
Clickbait.
It's like it ain't never enough. It's never
Clickbait.
Enough.
Speaking of clickbait, hey, all you guys that's tuning in, hit the like button. And subscribe to the YouTube channel. Lovely people at Shop Talk with Mel. Look, speaking of clickbait, click on that mug and throw me in there. But I ain't about to come up with no fake crime and all that other stuff. I ain't gonna do that. I'll write a book though.
Hey.
Listen, the masses, it seems like the masses is winning, especially with like social media. So it's social media. What is it? Public opinion?
Yes. The court of public opinion.
The court of public opinion. Baby, if I was on trial and all y'all was on the jury, y'all will have me fried, dyed, and laid to the side, dipped in hot sauce. Like, I will be burning. Like, for real, y'all will have me in hell. Like, this is so crazy that it's like, if the masses believe it, this is the answer.
Yeah.
And at some point, we have to think for ourselves and know what we see, and know what we see is our reality and not what other people are saying it is. Go ahead. What you got?
Speaking of which, the country singer he's getting canceled or attempted canceling over his song that he came out with. That is also, the song is getting censored, and it is a country song.
Well, country songs should have been censored, honey. Do you hear them? All the violence and stuff in there.
Dean, or I can't even remember what his name was, but I just watched a review of the song, and I mean, it don't sound nothing controversial to me personally, to my ears.
Okay.
But I feel like he didn't point any fingers at any groups. He was just saying, like, people cutting up, acting a fool in public, and particularly rioters.
And so they flagged it? They flagged it because he's bringing attention to it.
No, he's saying the whole point of the song, like the hook of the song, is like you couldn't do this in a small town. You can go do that in a big city, and tear up public property and destroy business and stuff, but you wouldn't be able to get away with that in a small town. And I grew up in a small town, so I'm like, he's speaking facts. So
what's the problem?
What's the problem?
Yeah, see, that's terrible.
There was like footage of different riots that have been going on the last couple of years, and a part of it was and then the backdrop of the video where he was playing his guitar and stuff, it was in front of the Capitol building, and he was showing. I'm pretty sure there was some clips of the January 6th insurrection too.
Oh, that's probably why they was like, "Hey, flag that." That was the problem. Well, I'm surprised they didn't flag Jill Scott's national anthem.
I saw some reviews of that too.
And what'd you get? What'd you see?
Well, it was a young black man who said that it was disrespectful, and then there were all these responses of him getting dragged. But the pale ones, felt like it was offensive. So, again, and this is another example. Did she tell a lie? Was that a lie?
See, the freedom of speech is we're doing away with freedom of speech.
And not just freedom of speech, history. If you look at the actual entire song.
Oh, well, yeah, hers, yeah, with history, but I'm thinking of in the country guy. Say what you will. What's that one song is rude and just vandalism? What's her name? She said she's gonna take her key and to the side his little 4-wheel drive.
Yes.
Carve her name into his leather seats.
Exactly. Yes.
What is her Nick? You be knowing these songs. What is that?
I know, because she's real big in country.
Yeah, I can't think of her name.
Me either, but I know, because I was
I think it's the one that won at one season of
American Idol. She did. It's not Kelly Clarkson. It's Carrie Underwood.
I love that song.
Carrie Underwood.
It's on my Spotify list.
What, that song?
Sing it, girl.
Okay, see? Y'all ain't no good. That is vandalism. And she like, this is what I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he'll think twice before he cheats. I was like, no.
Okay? Now that's terrible. That man cheating, they ain't got nothing to do with tearing up his stuff. Now that ain't right. What up, Nene Leakes, ex-Real Housewife of Atlanta. Nene Leakes' oldest son is in the news. Okay. And let's tear this apart.
Yes.
He has priors, obviously. And when he was pulled over, he used his younger brother's name. Well, once they read it, they realized that it wasn't his younger brother. But here's the problem that I have with the internet. Bryson, the older son, he used Brent's name. I'll give you their names. Doesn't have any money, so he had to use a court-appointed attorney. They're trying to get upset with Nene Leakes because they like, you got the money. How come you can't pay for an attorney?
That's not what I've read.
What you got? Go ahead.
The court of public opinion, everyone's supporting Nene Leakes. And they say, she's, as a personality or whatever, she's been on the show, but she has helped. There's been many instances where she has tried to help him. Mm-hmm. And what's crazy is a pretty big YouTube platform was reviewing the story, and he was saying after he posted his own video, there was so many people in the comments talking about, yeah, my sibling did that to me. Yeah, my cousin did that.
It's more common than not. That's why I wasn't focused on that.
Oh my God! Like people are trifling,
and that's an extra charge.
Exactly, and it should be a charge, And I don't want to sit here and blame. It's drugs. It's more than drugs. Yes, he has an addiction. It's a character issue, a personality issue. That's who he is. That needs to be worked on.
Nick, you see that he about to have a diagnosis too.
That's his character is lacking, and that's the issue. I don't want to throw it in there because I'm petty. He got 5 baby mamas, allegedly.
Oh, it's 5 of them now?
Oh, wow.
Who laying? 5. They probably laying down with him for his mama's name.
Right, and then remember when the one tried to be like, "You not getting my money," you know, because she tried to come out and shame Nene Leakes for not paying his child support or not paying for their kid. Like,
she didn't lay down with her. He did.
Right.
He laid down with her. That's not Nene's problem. And see, that's the thing. Just because Nene has the status she has, as a parent, after a while, you got to let your grown child go. Because, especially when you got money, because they always want to do things. And then, case in point, King, Tiny's son, just because their parents are who they are, they think that they can do what they privileged and do what they want to do, and their parents are going to always have their back. So I don't blame me. Dude, you grown. I did what I had to do. I helped you as best I could. You got to get out of this on your own. So I don't blame her. You know, some people want to protect their children and you're supposed to, but with certain things, but stuff like that, you got. So sometimes you just got to walk away, turn a blind eye, and let them learn on their own. Period. That's what she's doing. So I don't blame her. I ain't mad at her because he's grown.
Go ahead, Amber D. Amber D, you want to read the comment?
So Ariella Hosey of Facebook said, "Yeah, that baby mom was out of pocket. Take him to court. So true, privileged kids." Exactly.
All right, and here's this one. I want you to read this one.
So Ariella Hosey of Facebook also said,
Aurelia,
I'm sorry. They getting rid of all the good things. The good things are betrayed to be bad. Portrayed to be bad. I said, I agree.
It's too much. That's why I'm with, what was it, 50 Cent? Remember how he treated his son and everybody like, oh, I can't believe he giving him that. You better be glad you're getting something. You grown. Bye. And who was it? Shaq that said that, I think one of his children, I think it was Shaq, that said, we're rich. He said, no, I'm rich.
Right. Well, and I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that because I remember we talked about it in the last episode because there are families who practice nepotism effectively and they do create the generational wealth and they're able to transfer it. And one of the main problems with generational wealth is that transition period. It's like, are you transitioning it into good hands and or good stewards of the wealth you've accumulated? And it's like, well, that goes back to how you done raised them hands. You directly responsible how them hands turned out. So it's like, if you're not raising your children with expectation, but, with responsibility and setting those standards of like, listen, you're going to get this money eventually, but first I want to make sure you're not going to F it up. And then make sure they understand, okay, we come from a long line of money. I'm talking old money. Old money,
generational wealth, but if it's in the wrong hands, it's no longer generational wealth if it's in the wrong hands. So exactly. I'm with him. Guess what? I'm rich. And then when I'm gone, then maybe you'll be rich. But there's no we're rich. Hold on, I did the work. Did you go to practice? Did you sweat? Those are the things you got to look at. I ain't doing it. Nope. Bye. See ya. I told y'all I'm not doing this so you can go buy some knockoff and sell it. Nope. Bye. See ya. No. Because I need to see where your mindset is right now. I deal with reality and what I see right now dictates your future. Can you change? You can, but I'm going off of what I see right now. I'm not going off of, I know your potential, but I need to know exactly what you are doing right now. Just as in dating. We see your potential. How many women date the potential and not what's in front of them? Mm-hmm. Oh, he can do this. He can do that. Well, he can, but does he want to? No, he lazy. Keep moving. Like,
if
come
he
on.
Wants to, he will.
What'd you say?
If he wants to, he will.
And usually it's, okay, see, I like this information. Usually it's what you want to do. So guess what? I'm dating who you are right now. If we're in this relationship right now, this is who I'm dating. Not who you will be in 10 years after I done worked on you. No, I'm dating what you are right now. Hopefully somebody else worked on you and then you're a better candidate for me. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. And how many times do women say, oh, I done got them all set up for her. Well, thank you.
But that's, that was charity work. Nobody put a gun to your head, made you do that.
Right. Nathan W. says, Shaq said, you must have 2 degrees to touch my cheese. I heard that. There you go. See, you ain't giving nobody now. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. 2 degrees to touch his cheese. Well, I can touch your cheese. I'll be your child. I wouldn't date you, though. Corinne already told it. Superhead. Remember her? Did y'all read the book,
right.
Superhead?
Yeah.
We could. That's all good. Look, Nick over there cracking up laughing. Yeah, we're good. Thank you. Look at y'all quiet as church mouse. Let's talk about, this is a serious note.
Okay.
Northwestern University under fire for hazing investigation. Oh, yeah. Former football players describe it as intense hazing. So you guys check it out if you haven't. Northwestern University, look at it. It's everywhere. This is serious. And it's serious because the hazing that the football team has to deal with. I got to hit that. The hazing that the football team was dealing with, they were dealing with emotional abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse. And watch this, if they did not comply, allegedly, let me cover myself, they got less playing time. Less shop talk. Come on. What you think?
Well, I just hope the truth comes out and there'll be a culture shift in their program. I have recently learned now, and I think this is like one of the positive aspects of like the whole LGBTQIA plus movement. There is a lot of homosexuals in pro football and in the football community. And so I feel like...
And that's fine, but I'm still focused on, like, the hazing. Because when you hear hazing, you think of a frat, a fraternity.
Okay. Sorority.
Yeah. Do they have that hazing in the sororities?
I think it usually turns out with frats because their men tend to be more physical and more violent.
Men. Okay. Aggressive. That's what we go with. But this is hazing with the football program. And it takes me back to, you had the molestation and all that stuff, but they said the hazing. So when you think hazing, you got, like I said, the physical abuse, sexual, it was like a lot going on. And that was their culture that they're bringing out now. Now, as far as for like the LGBTQIA, I don't have a problem with that. If there's a lot of gay people on the football team, I don't have a problem with that because I don't care what you do in your personal time. That's not it. My thing is the hazing. Like, you send your child is there, and it's like, oh, even if they're on like a football scholarship or something like that, or you're sending them off to play football to be successful, and you're trusting these coaches with your child, and this is happening. How heartbreaking is that?
Well, you shouldn't trust them.
Do these coaches not know that they can lose their job? Did they not get anything from what happened at Penn State? Like,
no, because this one, you guys look it up. Yeah, they're losing it. Some stepping down, but they're all tight because it's like a fraternity, a football fraternity.
Right.
I'm using air quotes for the listening audience.
Right. At some point, you have to realize that your career and taking care of your family is more important than that stupid tradition, because that's going to lead you to jail. What is wrong with the people?
If someone tells. Go ahead. What you got, Amber?
Well, I think people do that, not just in this instance, but any type of situation, like the appeal of deviant behavior. So there's the risk of being caught. That makes it more exciting. Then there's the secrecy of it. That's another appeal, knowing something that someone else doesn't know. And then there's the camaraderie component because of the other people that do know the secret and are members of the cult-like community. So I can understand why people are willing to risk it all for this. I think it's like a level of like emotional and psychological satisfaction by doing something, by participating in some deviant activity.
That is so sad. I mean, I get that part of it. I do. I get that because when you're sneaking and doing something, it seems to be more exciting.
Yeah.
It's like, but this is, you're harming people.
Exactly.
That's where the issue, this is not, This is not a good thing. You are actually harming people. The masses seem to be just straight up like winning. And it's not okay. So I'm with Aurelia Hosey of Facebook, like getting rid of all the good things, and the good things are betrayed to be bad. And they're trying to twist it and change the narrative of a whole lot of things. Look at the word nice. They changed the narrative of nice. Nice used to be a bad word. It was a negative word. And now we have changed the narrative. Go ahead. Go back. Go back and check it out yourself. It'll be there. And we've changed the narrative. People, well, not us. We weren't here. Changed the narrative and turned it into nice being kind. Mm-hmm. So you got to watch when you're changing the narrative of something and undoing what was. Here's a lesson. Undoing what was. And then what happens? You go back to what was. Undoing what was to make it, conducive to you and what you want it to be. I.e., make America great again. He was in it for a minute. Make America great again. What do you see happening right now? Untying.
Trying to turn everything back and take away certain rights that were given and everything else.
Affirmative action. We don't even have a say-so for our bodies. Look at it. We're untying, like untying a shoe. And I'm going to teach you to tie it the way I want you to tie it. At some point, we have to say, no, this is what it's going to be. No, I stand on this. But what happens is when we wake up, for my woke people, air quotes for the listening audience, it's too late. Just like the whole voting thing. And people don't believe in voting. And I'm like, okay, you don't believe in voting, so you don't care what happens. That's all well and good on your part. But when you don't vote and you're like, I don't like either candidate, so I'm not voting. Well, that's a vote for the opposition. And you have to know it. And a lot of people, like, I was having a conversation and they were like, well, we aren't taught. This is what they said. We aren't taught the branches of legislation in our community schools. I was so mad. I said, that's a lie. It's a lie. Well, in our black schools, we weren't taught that. Yes, you were. You just didn't pay attention.
You didn't pay attention. It wasn't taught at home. It wasn't something that was valued in your social circle.
That's where it's at. But it was taught. I said, so you don't know the three branches. You never was taught the three branches of legislation.
You goofed off. That's it.
And honestly, guess what she said? She was like, no. I said, what's the three branches? And then she said judicial, And I said, she's like, I can't remember them. I said, so you were taught it. It was taught in elementary. Yeah. And you weren't paying attention. And what happens is, we tend to look at what's happening right now. And a lot of people think like the president has to say so. That's not it. You got to vote locally. And I'm not here to just promote voting. I'm really not. But if you want to know what's happening and you want some say so, because this whole affirmative action, we talked about this, 2 years ago? Mm-hmm. When they first introduced it, it was like, can y'all pay attention? Nobody goes to those elections. That's where you're making the laws. It's like, oh, wait a minute. And then it just passed through. And then they vote on it. You got to get it at the ground floor, people. You got to get it in the ground floor. And I'm just sad that we are where we are and it's being undone. And you have people that be like, oh, they said, talking about this girl right here, Carly Russell. She set us back 400 years. No.
Get out of here. Yeah.
You setting us back.
Beyond that, and what she did was wrong, and she needs to be held accountable. I'm not going to sit here and act like white women don't have a well-established history of doing 12 times worse and resulting in a person actually being dead. Okay? Well-documented history.
Come on!
So, yeah, Carly was wrong. Yeah, she needs to be held accountable. But no, let's not sit here and play like this is not something that's happened many, many, many times over in this nation.
Now listen to this. So now the masses say,
you never hear white people say that when one of their, in other words, white person gets caught doing something or something. You never hear them say, "Oh, this just set us back 400 years." So black people need to get out of that mentality.
Yeah.
We need to get out of that mentality. It didn't set us back anything because us didn't do it. You did.
Right.
You got to take accountability. We can't all take accountability. Yeah, everybody want to look for the skin color, but no other race sits there and says, "Oh, this set us back." Only black folks. No, it didn't set us nothing because we didn't do nothing. We didn't know nothing. We wasn't aware of what the situation was. We wasn't a part of it. So it didn't set me back a doggone thing. It made you look like a fool.
And that's what we have to take on those spots. Just keep moving forward. Now, should she go to jail? She done lied. She done utilized all the resources. How many times have Karens utilized all the resources?
Yes.
And do we
and
say...
they need to go to jail, too.
Yes.
Held accountable.
But watch this. Here's what's interesting. We rally behind us. And we prosecute us. I mean, you should see, like, we tear each other down. It's like, even though we know it's not right either way. And we focus, like the one, is she still alive? The one that actually admitted to lying on Emmett Till. Did she finally die?
She died last year.
Okay, her. All the resources, did they even use resources is the question, though. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, wait a second. Nobody's taking us serious. So that's why people are coming down on this young girl. So now we have the opportunity, somebody's taking us serious, and you lie. But her one lie does not mean, okay, we're not going to listen to anybody else anymore. All black people lie. We're not going to do that. But for some unknown reason, we, as a community, put that out there in the atmosphere. And they'll be like, see, there we go. We as a community are harming ourselves. Oh, you know what? I do want to, let me finish it because I did just say, I was talking about our conversation with the judicial. Yes, your girl, no. It's 3 branches. I'll let you know what I learned in elementary. Executive, legislative, and judicial. I learned that in elementary. At a black school, public school. So I don't know, they weren't interested, and that's the end. And that was our conversation. I wanted to complete our conversation when she said that they don't teach that in our schools. That's a lie. They teach it, but you just weren't interested. And I asked her, I said, so do you like history? She was like, no. I said, well, did you pay attention? You didn't pay attention. So you can't say something wasn't taught because you didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
Because it was there. And it's up to us to actually do it and teach our own. And like you were saying, Amber D, if it wasn't spoken of in the household, then it wasn't embedded. Because in our household, it's church. You know what I mean? We know that. We know prayer. We know all that good stuff. But we even had voting. We had, a mock voting that we would do in a predominantly black school. Shout out to you, Covington School, Covington Elementary. That's what we did. And we voted. And I remember voting in the 2nd grade. You know what I mean? So, and we had to learn that stuff. But it was up to you if you wanted to learn it or were you preoccupied with something different. Recess.
Another thing.
Go ahead.
About voting is that it isn't what is not. You saying it's not learned at home. It's not embedded. You're correct. What people are doing.
And it's the branches of the government. But go ahead.
Our vote don't matter. They talk, with all of that.
And look how that spread. Our vote don't count. It spread word of mouth. Go ahead. What you got?
So our vote don't count mentality, attitude, belief is to me just it's victim mentality, and it's like a zero-sum mindset. Like, well, if we can't run the country, then we should just not even try. To me, it's a cop-out, an excuse for being complacent, being in your circumstance, being impoverished, and being dependent on another group of people. Instead of saying, let's just make it the best we can make it, let's go as far as we can go. It's just an excuse to validate your complacency.
I'm looking at this comment And I'm thinking it's just a comment because I'm like, nobody says slavery was a privilege at all. Probably off of what was that Kanye that said that mess?
No, people were so allegedly in Florida, this is starting to circulate. The part of the new curriculum they're teaching after the CRT controversy, it says that slavery was like a privilege or a good thing for Black people because they learned skill sets. And that's like a part of the curriculum.
I told y'all, what I tell you, they untying, changing the narrative for you to believe what you want. Go ahead, you want to read the comment?
So Juliana Hosey of Facebook said, slavery wasn't a privilege, it was a lesson learned for us on how to be strong and to learn all we can. Exactly. I feel like that was like the mindset, like after slavery and for a period of time, but then there was like a shift in the Black community where, to me, it's very anti-intellectual. Like, let's shun education. Let's shun seeking knowledge as individuals or on your own free time. Let's shun teaching our children our history. Like, that's not cool, or I don't want to be bothered, or I don't have time because why does history matter? And it's not like the Black community has always been that way, is my point. It was like, there was a change somewhere in the like the 70s maybe, where this complacency, this complacent mindset really started to become pervasive in the Black community.
Now watch
but like
this.
Right after slavery, that was not how the Black community was moving in America.
Team building.
Exactly.
What happened to it? You hear the horns?
Yeah.
Fire truck like, boom, you hit it. Team building. What the heck? You would think that we would be helping one another. Doing what it is that we have to do to make sure that we do well instead of tearing each other down or pointing the finger. It's your fault. It's your fault. Forget whose fault it is. Let's move forward. And why are we putting energy into things that are obsolete? Spilled milk. Why are we putting energy into milk that's already spilled?
So that you don't have to work. Because if you focus on the past, if you focus on something that can't nobody do nothing about it, then you don't have to sit here and be accountable for the things you do have control over. Which also falls into the attitude of some people in the Black community really walk around here and believe they have no control of nothing.
And that's terrible.
It's pathetic. And that's why we need to thin the herd. I'm sorry. Like, if you really believe that...
Who first on the herd, Nick? She said thin the herd. Who first on the list? Who at the front?
It's ridiculous. You know, it's a distraction. It's just so, okay, well, we can't do this, and the white man will never do this, and your vote will never count, and it's always going to be that way, and they hate Black people.
And you got that bow on. Love.
You know, and it's just like, oh, sorry, if you feel that way, okay, but just go in a corner and die. Go slit your wrist and die at that. Because what are you doing? How are you helping anyone with that belief system? We just here to struggle.
Man, that's terrible. And no, we're not. But you got to change. You got to reboot your hard drive and change your way of thinking and know that you matter. And once we get to that place and once you believe it, that's why I always say, find you, embrace you, and love you. I mean that. I ain't just say, okay, well, I'm just about to throw this out here. I ain't say that in 2010 when I started this show. That's what it's about. Finding you, knowing who you are, embracing it, meaning accept it, and love on you. Like, forget what's on the outside and what somebody else is doing to you, or like, come on. Or what somebody is doing for you. How often do you hear that? Oh, they don't do nothing for me and blah, 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 blah. They do for this person. Stop. Your competition should be you. You should want to do better. That's why I have an issue. And I always say, why are we crying over spilled milk? The milk is already spilled. It's no good. Clean it up or live nasty and move forward. The choice is yours. We always have options, okay? You know what I mean?
But again, that goes back. If some people believe, and they want you to believe, especially as a Black person in this country, you don't have options. You don't have a voice. You don't matter. There's nothing you can do. I've heard black people talk like this.
All the time. And the sad part, watch this. For all that negativity that comes out, and we're doing it for the sake of dialogue, it takes 3 positives to negate 1 negative. So when you speak, be cognizant of what you're saying. When you talk to people, and not even young people, because older people, we see these people got lying demons on them. I mean, you just coming up, just making up stuff, allegedly, because you ain't got nothing else to do for clickbait or because you in love. Like, come on. And that was, I'm back to Carly Russell. 2-family household, alleged. That's what it looks like. It appears to be.
Yes.
Where was the love? If it was a single family household, they would say, oh, well, the father wasn't in the house and that's why we will be making excuses for this bad behavior. We as a unit need to stop and call a spade a spade. What is it? Like, at some point, we have to say, I need to be the change I want to see. Even if you hear that, how often have we heard that phrase? Be the change that you want to see. It starts here. And then they forgot this part. I'm going to add this on. Be the change you want to see, comma. And don't be around people who got a lot to lose or something to lose. So you got to, choose your friends wisely. Choose your camp wisely. Be around people that are doing something or want to do something. Because even if you're not actually in it, at least, come on. At least want to do something. Goal-oriented. If they're goal-oriented, at least they'll be around people like, okay, here we go. Because what happens is if you're around somebody who doesn't, somebody's going to be getting pulled on. And that person who is actually doing something, you, air quotes for the listening audience, not you per se, but you who is doing nothing is going to pull on that person and drain them and deplete them. And then you want to know why they don't want to be bothered. Girl, I'm tired. That's why. I'm tired. Because you pulling on me, you taking all my energy and I'm trying to pour into you, but nobody's pouring into me. So what we need to do is just reboot our hard drive and be cognizant of the things that we say and what comes out of our mouth and make sure that it is not a negative thing. Even if you're just talking and having a good time, if you could just take a few seconds and think about what you're getting ready to say to someone, then boom. When you see somebody, you be like, oh, I wouldn't have wore that. No. How about this? And this is the example I'm going to use. How about look at that and find something that you would wear? So think about what you say and be like, oh, those are nice shoes. Boom. You probably wouldn't have wore with that outfit, but that's okay because they didn't ask you. You just know the shoes are nice. So try to find something positive to say. It matters. It really does. Truly, truly does. And you don't know what somebody might be going through. And clearly we're going through a lot because it's a fight waking up with this color skin every day. Every day it's a fight. And guess what? We already know it. Nobody has to tell us. So when we walk out the door, even with your children, when they walk out the door to go to school, you're like, okay, have a great day. I hope y'all say that. They are young and they know they got to fight every day. So let's make it easier for them. Have a good day. At least they'll know when they come home, somebody at home loves them. If they have a bad day at school or if somebody is mistreating them. Oh, that teacher don't like me. Okay, I had teachers that didn't like me either. I did. Real talk. They didn't. They called me trouble. They did. They called me trouble. It was like, here comes trouble. And I finally asked, I was like, why did you say that? They was like, I don't know. They just all of a sudden just said it. But that's a negative word. Here comes trouble. I had to correct that when I got older in high school because these teachers didn't even know each other, which is so funny. I was like, trouble? I ain't even into nothing. But they would say that I was like, good trouble. Exciting. How about changing it to excitement? Here comes excitement. I can work with that. But you had some that didn't because I would actually ask the question. I was the person that asked the question. And being a teacher, I guess they felt like I was challenging them and that wasn't it. They just didn't have an answer. And why not say, you know what? That's a good question. Instead of getting the attitude. But you have people who want to be in charge.
You find that in life, anywhere. Like, just because you're the type of person that's asking questions, because it's not because you want to actually challenge them. It's
not at all.
You may not know, or you want to learn more, or you want to see because they might know something more than you do, and and you just want to feed off of their knowledge, there's nothing wrong with that. But then you have people getting upset and, like you said, want to label you in trouble. Oh, she trouble. She this, she that.
They try to label you. You have to take that back.
You might know something you might teach me something that I don't know. I can teach the next person. That's what it is. Why does it have to be trouble? And I
want to follow up with that too. I want to follow up with that trouble. I seen 2 teachers, and they asked me. They was like, "So what are you doing?" So I told them. They said, "I could see that. I can see that." So they know. They was like, "I can see that," because you used to be talking. Yeah, I did. I want to know how people think. That was my thing. I was always curious as to what you were thinking and why you think that way. I'm not going to cut you off or shut you off. And as far as like for the teachers asking those questions, why is this way? You get more respect from your students when you say, let me find out, because what you're doing is teaching them that I don't have all the answers, but I am going to go to my resources. And these are life lessons to obtain the answer. So it wasn't about challenging or now my class going to think I'm stupid because I don't know, but it was a whole different mindset. And these teachers, believe it or not, it's so weird because it was the ones that were my color that had the issue. And it's like, why? Come on. No. Why is always a good question. You can ask me why. If I don't know, I'll tell you. If you ask for something you're trying to do, and if I know how to do it, I'm going to share that information with you. And I'm going to lead you in the right direction to get the information. You know, like when somebody asks, like, okay, well, I'm ready to write a book. What do I need to do? I'll tell you. And even writing, matter of fact, I'm going to tell you right now, even writing a good paper. So if it's some college students, elementary, I learned this, public school, who, what, when, where, why, and how. Your paper's done. If you can answer all those questions, there you go. Done. Paper done. They'll be like, oh, it's 500 words. You got it. Explain each one. After you answer that question, who are you talking about? And then you put, what did they do? When did it occur? Where did it occur? Why did they do whatever it is they did? And how did they accomplish the goal? Got an A paper. That's why I was mad about Courtney. When she said that, they was like, she ain't turned her paper in. And I think she got a C on that paper. I said, that's a lie. I did that paper. I ain't getting no C. You know, you be like, honey, I know I ain't get a C. You know, so funny. I was like, nope, redo it. And I had her keep redoing the paper. I was like, nope, you need this. You need to answer all these questions. Once you do that, you got a great paper, but that's the same thing in writing a book. I'm going to tell you anything that I can tell you. I really can. I'll help you in any way that I can. Now, if you're coming for my job and you asking me to train, if you're not paying me to train, that's something different. Now, girl, keep it 100. That's something different. I ain't going to give you all my knowledge that I obtained. Now, the resources is there. You have to be the best of you. That's it. I want to tell y'all about what happened because today's footnote, which is early, and I'm going to tell you because we got like the 15 minutes. Today's footnote brought back a silly memory. And where people will gas you up. The masses will be like, go, go, go. So it was a talent show. And we was there. We going up next. So we're like on the side of the stage. This dude thought he was I'll Be Sure. He's singing in the talent show. Go, you can unmute, Nick. You can unmute. So he's singing I'll Be Sure. I can't remember what song. Baby. So I'm thinking about this footnote, thinking of this situation. He's singing I'll Be Sure. And they telling him to hold the note. They're like, keep going. He holding this long note. Girl, listen. They like, hold it. He's singing, the audience gassing him up. And he done passed out.
I was just going to say that.
All of a sudden it was like, gone, pass out. Now the mics are still on. So then there's me. I'm coming. I said, Lord have mercy. Right? So yeah. And I knew the guy. So I'm sitting there trying to get him up. But I didn't want him to get up. Like, just lay there. He laid there. On the ground, like, don't get up because everybody gonna start laughing, right? Anyway, I said, now you know you're not I'll Be Sure. Now why you want to do this? They tell you how long it was. I said, now you know you ain't no I'll Be Sure. Now why you want to sit there and do that? He Pleasing other people, being people pleasers. Being a people pleaser, you just sat there and then passed out. Listen, they turned the lights off, the mics off, everything, because you can hear me talking. I see it. Man, you will freaking pass out trying to be a people pleaser. Please yourself. That's it, man. People pleaser cause great harm. Being a people pleaser.
Yes.
Looking for love, looking for that clickbait. Like, I'll do whatever it takes, no matter what it is, to get some clickbait. How do we change that, ladies?
Listen.
Ignore people.
Learn your limits.
Listen. That ninja was like,
He learned his limits. He learned that limit real quick. Know your limits, bro, or you gonna wake up.
Baby! Listen, he thought he was I'll be the shore. And he was not I'll be the shore. I said, I'm gone. I'm looking like, is this happening? And you know how you see it and it be like something like, and you can hear, like, I didn't hear that. It was just the same tone. It wasn't, you know, like the breathing in between.
Yeah.
And see, I'm no singer.
Learn how to breathe in between.
Baby, you need to know. I'd have been on the microphone with my mic. I'd have been on the microphone. They'd be like, keep going, man. I'm like, no. That would have been mine. No, I ain't. Y'all about to listen. That was the funniest thing.
Does he watch the show?
Listen, that he do. That was the funniest thing ever. And all you heard me say was, because I was talking to a relative of mine, and she was like, remember you sitting there and you going to say, Lord, have mercy. I was like, I was young because I'm dancing back up. I'm backup dancer. We ready to go on. We like, boom, and you know, you looking at the first, you know, the act in front of you. Dude hit that note, and the audience was cheering him on. You're like, okay, you doing it. And you hear in the back, they like, hold it. And he held it, and was on the ground. Boom.
Oh my goodness.
I ain't gonna say his name, but you know what? He held it long enough. Maybe they got him ready for his preaching voice. He's a pastor now. God bless you. God bless you. God keep you. I will not say his name. But I bet you he ain't holding them notes in the pulpit no more. Be like, who gonna preach? The associate minister gonna have to preach if he holding them notes like he did at Standby Auditorium.
But what did you say, man? What they say?
He was like, I was like, I'm back there. Look at it. He sitting there, it was like straight. And he was holding it too. I was like, he hit the ground. I said, Lord have mercy. Ran out there. Like, ran out there. I see it. Now you know you're not I'll be sure. You know you ain't no I'll be sure. Like this, like can't nobody sing like him back there. So this tell you, this is like way back. I want to say like 88, 89. I probably was like 89.
No, it could not have been. It wouldn't pay for me to be here because I was
Listen.
laughing at you.
Because you can hear me from the mic, but wait though. So then they shut off the light. Boom! You know you hear the light, that power go off. They shut off the lights. The mic's not working. It was so crazy. He just laid there. I'm sitting there like, lay there. Look. Lay down, don't get up. Because if he got up, everybody be laughing. Wait. When he got up, too bad they had gurneys. If they had a gurney, that would have set it off. I'd have been screaming. But I was laughing.
The whole incident is you.
That's probably it, because that's what she was talking about. She was like, remember you said that? And then you gonna go out there, you're like, Lord have mercy, ran out on stage. She's like, I knew you was gonna be a nurse. I was like, huh? Ran out there, and I said, now you know you ain't no I'll be sure. Singing that song like,
tears in my eyes.
listen, it was so funny. And I know, look, my aunt, the Reverend Hosey, talking about somebody get our preachers. Listen, he a pastor now. You know. I'll be ain't. You know you ain't no I'll be sure. So don't be singing none of them songs up there in the pulpit unless you got an associate minister to take over, because you'll pass out. We know you, but see, that's what y'all get. Y'all some people that will gas people up. Keep going, yeah, encouraging them. Listen. I don't even know if he went back to school. I ain't see him. I was like what? He could sing though, but he didn't know I'll Be Short. He wasn't know I'll Be Short. Wait a minute. It was like a movie. He passed out like this. He was singing and just was holding it. And it was just like, boom, the tip. It was the tip. Boom. I'm running out there and I ain't lying. Listen, when they hit you just heard like the big boom when all the lights and stuff went out. Like, boom. I'm like, oh, the lights is out. Look, we up next. I hope it ain't over. Look. Wait, the person up dancing behind was like, we gonna win this. Why? Because he just got disqualified or because he out? Like, what?
I'm sorry, y'all.
Baby, it was funny. So the moral of the story is, don't be listening. Don't let the people gas you up. You better, like Nick said, you better know your limits. There you go. Know your limits. Because I ain't lying, y'all. Nope, I ain't doing it. They're like, push. Like they had, look at me still. They had that, what's his name? The one that Royce was with. The basketball player was pushing his son to do exercise.
Oh, yeah. Is it Westbrook?
No, not Russell. I almost got it. I can't think. But anyway, Royce is the wife. Not the wife, excuse me, the baby mama.
He got 3 sons.
No, not Wade.
Oh.
Wade talking about him. This is somebody else.
I ain't talking about Wade. I'm talking about that. I know who you talk about.
Oh, yeah, he probably does. Yeah, I can't think of his name right now. The fellas on here, y'all help me out. But he was pushing his son to do exercise. But he wasn't yelling at him. He was talking to him. And the son was like, I can't do it, Dad. I can't do it. Listen. I'm about pushing. But know your limits. Somebody pass out, then what you gonna do? What you gonna do? I know I'm gonna get a text. I didn't even tell y'all to call in. I'm sorry. But y'all know that number, 619-902-2287. Or you can comment right on social media if you're on. Know your limits. Don't let nobody tell you to keep holding no note. Hold that note, you gonna be falling over.
Falling over and having somebody in the background.
I did. I couldn't believe it. And that's what she was like. I should have known you was gonna be a nurse. You run off that stage so fast, and the microphones are still on. I couldn't believe. I laughed so hard because I wasn't here. That I said he'll just go. Then bam, I was like, Lord have mercy. Like what out there, Lord? I'm sitting there telling him, look, yelling at him. You know you ain't no I'll Be Sure. Like, get out of here. Only I'll Be Sure can hold that note.
Now I see where your child gets from.
Yeah, she's silly. She off the hook. She really, really is. Hey, we got some new artists I want to tell y'all about, though. New R&B artists, so y'all got to check them out. It's some twins coming out called Cairo.
Okay.
Two twins called Cairo, so y'all check that out. A guy named Giveon, because, we needed some new music. Some new people. I ain't mad at, the old schoolers coming out, because we need that. What you got, like Tevin Campbell? Who was our last? Oh, Chris Brown is talented. I don't care. He got personal issues, but the boy, he got it going on. Did you see where he was saying that P. Diddy turned him down? It was him and I think his brother.
I saw that, and it was just like, and what I read the comments naturally, and people were like, "You're blessed." That was God's protection, because he was trying to turn you out. Which
Alleged.
Someone else said, I think that actually makes more sense. Because I feel like Diddy is color struck. So it was like, no, he turned him down.
He said he didn't like that light skin one. Remember that? He liked his brother, but not him.
Right. To set the dynamic of, let me go and do things for his validation. Let me make him more pliable and more willing to do things to get Diddy's approval.
You know what's interesting? I don't know any light-skinned people in Diddy's camp.
No, I'm talking about romantically.
Yeah, but even in his camp, though. Because you had Mace. Was Craig Mack with him?
I don't know.
I think Craig Mack, Biggie. I think Flavor in Your Ear. I feel like that was Bad Boy production. I think that was Bad Boy.
Yeah.
I don't even know nobody, but Faith.
Wait a minute, you heard? Listen, I did hear about him and Christopher Williams.
But see that alleged what he had him do. See, he was light skinned. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. That's what the comment was saying. Like, oh, he was trying to set up that dynamic to get him, willing.
Well, he wasn't. He said, okay, they just took it to L and went on to look at him now, doing his thing.
Right.
Lucky Day is a new guy. Brent Fayez is a new guy. And Summer Walker. Check out Summer Walker. I heard her name, though, but check her out. She's getting ready to do it and make a breakthrough. Who was that came out? Trey Songz. What happened to him?
He's still doing things.
I liked him. I think getting involved in the whole party life. Oh, thank you, my people. Appreciate you. I knew the fellas was gonna keep me up. Yes, Craig Mack was with him. Yeah, okay. Yep.
But speaking of Giveon, y'all, if you have not heard his song, is it Like I Love You or Like I Want You? Y'all got to hear that. I played it on repeat. That boy sang that. You hear
Giveon, okay, I'm gonna check it out. Let me woo me a dude. Let me send it. Hey, ladies, listen. Before we go, this is what you got to do. If you're interested in somebody, find a song and just send the song to them. Go on YouTube, text it. Don't say nothing else. Boom. That's from your girl. Boom. Boom. Boom.
Don't be giving me no ideas.
I'm giving you some ideas. There you go. Flip it. Look, I'm changing the narrative because usually women will listen to love songs and think that dude all into him because whoever's singing that song got her mind and she be like, oh, wait a minute. And he ain't thinking nothing like that. He like, girl, it was just dinner. Girl, it was just a date. And where you at? You all in love? Flip that. Send that to somebody you interested in. They don't be listening to the words like, wait a minute. Hold on. Hey, and if you need paraphernalia, I got to tell you guys, I got to get his card, though, because I keep forgetting. Jerome Franklin, he is on Facebook, but he does all Shop Talk with Mel attire. Okay? All of my stuff, the logos, you want it, you got it. And also, he has, his product, he has the college, HBCUs, in Burlington coat factories around. So, that's that guy.
I like that shirt you got. It's time for another Shop Talk with Mel shirt myself because the one I got.
This is from Kelly Bling.
Got a little bit tight, and I look like a busted can of biscuits when I put it on. So
girl, I think everybody done gained weight. And here's the thing: the only thing that we all are consuming is water. Don't let me give you look the conspiracy theorists. Don't let me put that in your head. You'll be like, they drinking that water. What's going on? Y'all need to check it out. Let me get today's footnote and get the heck off here. Today's footnote is don't adhere to the masses. Know your limits, lovely people. Know your limits. Listen to self. All right? All right. Hey, don't forget to hit that like button below, lovely people. I see you. Thank you. Look, subscribe to the YouTube channel, all socials, hit the like button. I love you guys for listening. You already know. Thank you guys who donate to the show and those who will donate to the show. I truly, truly appreciate you for that. If you don't know how you can do that, you can do it at paypal.me at Shop Talk with Mel, and also Cash App, which is $, at Shop Talk with Mel, and you can donate to the show. We appreciate you. I give you this information with hopes of uplifting, okay? Motivating and encouraging and inspiring you to do better. So you already know what it is. Find you, embrace you, and love you. Until next Saturday, people. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Shop Talk. Now they counted it off. Here we go. Still ain't got it. Man, we had it last week, didn't we? Peace, lovely people. Have a great weekend on purpose.